Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is crashing once again and most are getting scared, but the level that is about to get hit is one of the most important ones you should right now pay attention to. Let me show you. Yesterday, Bitcoin got another rejection almost exactly at our weekly high-term time frame area of resistance, and also a lot of people were entering brand new long or buy positions at this specific area. Now, to be honest, looking for a long position after such a big push towards the downside, in my opinion, it is actually going to be quite smart, but it really does look like the CVD indicator that actually measures if brand new buying or selling pressure is coming in the market got a push towards the upside. Open interest also got a push towards the upside. So what does that exactly mean? People are longing Bitcoin right here, but they are not able to push the price higher. Bearish CVD divergence, bearish Bitcoin indication, and that is simply why as of right now we are continuing even lower towards the upside for Bitcoin to once again hit a major daily high-term time frame area of support. But to be honest, as right now, I would like to see even lower targets. That is why I do remain in my short position on Bitcoin, in a short position on Ethereum, on XRP, and also on Solana. And yes, today I'm also going to share with you the exact trading idea I'm right now paying attention to. For now, I do remain in my short positions, looking for lower. But why so? Usually, what we say, what are the most important levels you should always pay attention to on the Bitcoin chart? Of course, are going to be our recent lows and also our recent highs. But why is as of right now our recent low right here, the liquidity level, such an important level? Remember what happened exactly at the highs right here. We identified Bitcoin does have a very important liquidity level, literally exactly at the all-time high. And what we got right here, a push towards the upside, take the liquidity above our all-time high, and only then do see a bigger rejection back down. People that are holding their short positions, they are setting their stop losses exactly above the high. Stop them out with a very small wick, and only then do see a bigger retracement, a bigger rejection back towards the downside. And as of right now, pretty much almost the exact same thing can happen exactly below our recent low. People that are right now holding their long positions, they are setting the stop loss exactly below the recent low. Potentially, we stop them out and only then do see a bigger bounce back towards the upside. But here, you really need to pay attention to the price action, because the reality is, we need to see some kind of a reaction. We need to see Bitcoin closing the candles above our recent low, similarly to what we also got exactly at the all-time high, and only then potentially enter another long or a buying position, because of course, again, after such a big push down, we are not really interested to go with another short. Personally, I am going to be taking even more profits on all of my short positions, looking for some kind of a long position, looking for some kind of a bounce. But yes, the liquidity level right here is right now also a very important level, because another Fibonacci level is aligning beautifully with our recent low. So what we are right now going to do, measuring the entire bounce towards the upside with the Fibonacci retracement tool, we are going to pay attention towards 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, because as of right now, it really does look like it is going to come in exactly below the recent low. So not only we have a lot of liquidity right here, but also another major Fibonacci level is landing exactly at this specific area. And additionally, on the Bybit chart, yes, we came very close towards our liquidity level. However, the low has still not been taken. Additionally, on many other exchanges, for example on Coinbase, we came very close towards our liquidity level, but the low still has not been taken. That is why as of right now, I want to see lower targets. Yes, I do remain in my short position, and also only if we are going to see some kind of a reaction at this specific area, I'm going to look to enter another long or a buying position on the Bitcoin chart itself. If there is going to be no reaction, I'm going to look for lower targets. And as you most probably know, our next major lower target then on Bitcoin is going to be 108,000 US dollar area. That is right now also why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button, because 1,000 likes are really possible possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now also talk about our major liquidations, because on the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, paying attention on the 2-week time frame, at the moment our bigger liquidations are also going to come in just slightly below our recent lows. If Bitcoin right now does go lower, we are going to liquidate approximately 230 million of long positions. A very nice liquidity level exactly below the recent low that was put in only a couple of hours ago. Now, additionally, what if we are zooming in a little bit, let's just say on the 3-day time frame? Where are right now bigger liquidations? In that case, the biggest liquidation cluster is going to be exactly above the recent high at approximately 115,000 US dollars. But the reality right now is, would I right now fire a long position where Bitcoin is as right now? To be honest, not really. But why so? Because our major price target still has not been hit. Can we see a front run? That being said, the level is not going to be hit and right now Bitcoin already pumps towards the upside. Sure, we can, but the reality is I am not going to trade Bitcoin if the price is not going to commit to me. Before I commit the capital to the market, I want to see our levels right here, first of all, to be hit, to be respected, for us to see some kind of a reaction before I'm going to fire a long position. And yes, ideally, I would still like to see a bounce. What I said yesterday, of course, I am searching for some kind of a bounce for Bitcoin to then complete some kind of an ABC correction. And as of right now, it still looks like we are in our A-elite wave. The question right now is, are we going to see a bounce from where we are as of right now? Or ideally, are we going to see a bounce after we grab liquidity, then we get a push towards the upside for Bitcoin to then complete its B-elite wave before potentially continuing lower? But nevertheless, the ABC correction right here can, as of right now, still be in play. Now, additionally, if we right now go with our exponential moving averages, I just want to share with you something very interesting I noticed happened on Bitcoin already before. Remember what was happening approximately in June 2025. We got a bearish cross on our exponential moving averages, Bitcoin got a liquidity grab below the recent low, and only then we got a major pump towards the upside. And what is right now happening with our EMAs? It really does look like something very similar could be right now happening. We got a bearish cross right here, Bitcoin is trading very close towards our recent low. So ideally, we get a push towards the upside, successful swing failure pattern, and only then a bounce back towards the upside. The bearish cross previously was actually some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication because we grabbed the liquidity below the recent low and then we got a bounce towards the upside. But the most important thing is, yes, unfortunately as of right now, looking on the exponential moving averages, we are not looking as bullish anymore. On the 4-hourly, we are unfortunately in a downtrend. On the 2-hourly, 1-hourly time frame, we are still trading in a significant downtrend. So that is why as of right now, I want Bitcoin to hit our level and for us to see a reaction back up. Because if we are not going to get that, I am not going to risk my capital to go against the major trend for me to fire a long position, knowing we still have a major liquidity level slightly lower at approximately 111.8 thousand US dollar area. Now, additionally, the market structure on the 1-hourly time frame is right now clearly bearish. We got our recent high, we got our recent low, another higher high. With the entire push down, of course, unfortunately, Bitcoin formed bearish market structure, something I also posted about on Twitter already a couple of days ago, where we said that yes, breaking our bullish market structure, it is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication. The moment we took out our recent low right here, it simply meant, unfortunately, we are not looking as bullish anymore. We can be looking for lower targets on Bitcoin. And yes, this is right now something that is definitely happening. Bitcoin is moving lower. We have bearish market structure on the 1-hourly time frame. And additionally, we also have an average downtrend on every single time frame. So yes, as of right now, I am slightly more bearish, looking at least for our recent low right here to be taken before I would be looking to fire another long position. And that is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, because only after you're going to register, you're already going to get 20 USDT completely for free with the first link down below. Bybit Exchange is right now giving to you 20 USDT after you register. After you deposit, you're already going to get an another 20 USDT, and then simply open up your first trade. You'll get 20 USDT and also 40 USDT. Additionally, the 30,000 US dollar bonus is right now still available with the first thing down below after you register and after initial deposit. Let me right now actually share with you what is going to be the first local area of resistance you should right now be aware of on the Bitcoin chart itself, because only a couple of hours ago we confirmed a brand new daily high-term time frame area of resistance, and this specific level is going to come in at approximately 114.2 thousand US dollar area. Now, this specific level, when we zoom in, it is also going to some kind of nicely align with our recent high. So this specific high is right here for liquidity purposes. Also knowing that locally speaking on the 30-minute time frame, we are still moving in a downtrend. All we can get right here is that Bitcoin hits our resistance level and then a downtrend continues. That being said, another lower high and another lower low towards our major liquidity level just slightly below our recent low. Now, another very important thing that yes, we are right now seeing on the daily time frame, and that also I mentioned yesterday, on the daily time frame we are as right now in the oversold area on the Achler stochastic CG oscillator. This right here is definitely going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. So that is why as right now, yes, I still want to see a bounce towards the upside of Bitcoin. The only question as right now is, are we going to bounce from where we are as right now, or are we going to see a bounce just like lower? Ideally, I want right now another push down. We take the liquidity below the recent low and only then continue potentially our way higher, maybe even towards the area of approximately 120,000 US dollars for us to then finally see our bigger BL8 wave to actually be formed, and only then potentially for Bitcoin to do see another push towards upside. Now, what we can actually pay attention to once Bitcoin is potentially going to be taking out our recent low, we can go with the RSI indicator, because we can pay attention if we are actually going to see some kind of a bullish divergence. Once Bitcoin is going to be trading below the recent low, you can go, for example, on the 4-hourly, 2-hourly time frame and see if we are seeing a lower low on Bitcoin but a higher low on the RSI indicator. In that case, we are going to see a regular bullish divergence on the RSI indicator, which is actually then going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. So that is why as right now we need to be slightly more patient. Let's see if we do go lower and if we then also do see some kind of a reaction back towards the upside, because once again, if there is no reaction right here, 108,000 US dollars is then going to be our next lower target. And of course, at those areas, I'm going to be paying myself, taking even more profits from the table, looking to fire another long position, not only on Bitcoin, but of course also on the entire cryptocurrency market. That is right now also why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus, because only after you register, you're already going to get 20 USDT, but then also deposit, because you're going to get even bigger bonuses. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.